Coming in with example 6, how much money will you earn if you invest $1,000 for 5 years at 8% compounded continuously? And so what if the same investment were compounded quarterly? So we've got a 2-in-1 here. So let's start with the first one. That's example 6 Schlegel, not 5. So we will have our Sermton going on. And so we don't know what the future value is. We're being asked that. We would be investing $1,000 for 5 years. So T is going to be 5, 8%. So our rate is 0.08. And it's compounded continuously for this first part, so we don't need those other pieces. And so the continuous compounding is S equals R e to the power of R times T. So we will have S, we don't know, S equals 1,000, e to the power of R, which is 0.08, times T, which is 5. And so we're going to find out how much $1,000 will turn into in this investment over a period of 5 years through continuous compounding. So our S is left alone. It's $1,000, 0.08 times 5. So that $1,000 in 5 years turns into almost $1,500. So this person makes almost $500 for doing nothing. So 1,491.82. So the $1,000 grows to a value of 1,491.82 over 5 years. Made about $500, nothing to sneeze at. That's for the first part. We'll call that part A. We'll call this part B. We got to do Sermton again. And so for the second part, we've got the same information, but this time it is compounded quarterly. So our M is going to be 4. There are going to be 4 compounding periods per year. Again, everything else is the same. And so since we do have an M in this case, we can do the I. I is R over M, and N is MT. So R divided by M is 0.08 over 4, which is going to be 0.02. MT is 4 times 5, so 20. And I don't have my compound interest formula copied, so I've got to go get it. Oh, and I missed the S. That's okay. And so what we have is for compound interest, S equals R times 1 plus I to the power of N. And so this will end up being S equals 1,000 times 1 plus 0.02 to the power of N, which is 20. And so there we go, 1,000. I is 0.02, and N is 20. So in this case, the value of the investment would be $1,485.95. So the $1,000 would grow to a value of $1,485.95 in this scenario. And I think one of the things that will come across later on in the course, everyone, is you'll have options of which investment you want to choose. And investments will behave differently. In this instance, these ones didn't behave super differently, so we can see that the top one came out a little bit ahead by about $6. That's nothing, not a wild difference. But in many instances, if you have the option between two different investments, it's very worthwhile to check both of them and see which one is going to be more productive. With that, on to number 6. Or that was number 6. I guess I'm at the end of the examples. How about that?